we're gonna start. So, okay, so starting with a march. Good morning. Starting with a march or a jog. Basically, you're just trying to get your knees up really, really high to pump some body heat, and then start moving the arms as well. I had big ideas for this top that I was going to wear, and then I got into the studio. So on goes the shirt off the rack at the store. Okay, so relaxing the shoulders down nice and low. And then bring it over the head. So big reach. That body heat all the way forward. More glory on also the legs. That going, keep that going. Yes. Big reach. Okay, little change. Hands on the hips. Bring your knees out to the side, up really high. And this is where you can start to practice engaging the abdominals, because we're going to be working those out really good today. So belly button should feel like it's pulling in. And if I forgot to say happy Saturday, finally you get a day off. Doesn't feel any different than the last 6 days, but that's all right. Knees coming up nice and at least the sun is out. That helps a lot. Okay, feet together. We're going to squat back, pull the arms up. So you reach the arms forward, and then the heels stay on the ground, but it's almost like you're jumping to come up. It's almost like you're jumping. So it's down, pull straight up. And start to pay attention to what your knees are doing. So you want to keep them tracking in line with the toes. Drop it low. Big pull to the top. Little adjustment, feet go wider. Same thing though. So now the arms are going to go out to the side and then down. So loosening up now a little bit through the adductors, hip adductors of the inner thigh. Bend your knees, tracking out over the toes. You can feel that stretch. Push into the heels to come up. And then even a little bit faster on the up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the next little change is a step to the side. So make sure you have enough space. Take a really big side lunge. We're going to take one hand on the foot, twist back, inhale. Step back, feet together. Reach straight up and tuck your tailbone under so you're actually lengthening through the spine as well. Big side step the other way. So these ones are a little bit bigger move, but a little bit slower, so you can get that stretch. And across, one more on each side. Big twist. Good, inhale, up, stretch. Across the other way. One more time through the middle. And then, of course, the essential glute stretch to prepare for the workout. Ankle over the knee, and we'll do a couple extras of these because these are really targeting right into the spot. Nice and low. Getting a little bit lower every time. Excellent. Okay, one more on each side here. And we're actually going to start with our first set of squats. And I'm going to lose the 2 because I'm starting to warm up finally. First set of squats that we're going to do, the frog squat. So you're going to just, I'm going to tilt this angle just down a little bit. For the frog squat that we're going to start with, your hands are going to be on the floor. So if you wanted to, you could have your hands on the chair. But I'm just going to assume that we're all going to be okay with this. So you're going to drop your hips as low as they'll go for today, and then lift them back up as high as they can. So if you're really tight in your legs, this is going to feel pretty tricky, but see what you can do. So something to be mindful of as you're coming down, because it's still a bit of a stretch as well, is that your lower back isn't rounding too much. So if possible, keep your lower back curved. Good, so weight is in the heels, lift the hips, lower the hips. Good, still warming up and starting to feel that really working through the back of the legs as well. Good, so it's down and then up, down and then up. Now walk your hands forward to a plank position with your feet wide. we're gonna hop the feet in. So go sideways, so you can see this a little better. So you're gonna hop the feet to that frog position, and then hop the feet back. So if you would prefer, which would be more gentle on the lower back if you would like, you can do step, wide, drop, and then step back, plank. So either the hop, and then the hop, or step, you choose. Either way, have as much body weight as in your hands as you can while you go into the 5, 4, 3. Good, try and keep that back flat, tummy tight. 2, working glutes and abs right from the beginning, both muscles. Come back to holding the plank, and then walk your hands towards your feet as much as you can, little hamstring stretch, and then walk back out to plank. We're just gonna do 4 more like that. So walk it back, like a little inchworm, and so that your hands and your feet are constantly on the floor together the whole time. 2, back, stretch a little further to the hamstrings. 3, okay, 2 more. Back, good, get a little bit more of a stretch there. Forward, 4. All right, last time. Get back. You've been warming up the arms here a little bit. Good, and then holding the stretch. Okay, so this time we're gonna hop it back in or step it back in to your squat. Turn around. And take weight off the hands. So with weight off the hands, holding as low as you can. We're gonna lift the hips high and then come back into like almost like a primal squat. So you lift the hips high and then come down, or a prayer squat. I don't know, however you want to think about it. So it's down and up. Good, so a big part of this is hip mobility. So loosening up through the hips. If you're really feeling it in the joint, you'll know you're getting some benefits from there. And then we're gonna go just a little bit faster where we're coming from the bottom only halfway up and then down. So we're using body weight to challenge the back of the legs. 8, 7, it's tiny little lifts. 6, 5, just kind of coming up till your hips are level with the shoulders and then going back down. 3, legs should be burning pretty good right about now. 2, 1 more, and then come all the way back up and shake it out. Woo, very good. Okay, curtsy squats. We're gonna go right into this next one. If you have one heavy dumbbell, you might wanna use it. You can demonstrate without it. It works totally fine with no dumbbell, obviously. Good morning, Shirley. So 1 foot crosses back behind the other leg, and we're gonna leave our feet there. It's just so much easier, and we can overload that front leg glute even more. So if you're holding your dumbbell, it'll be at the chest. And then it's like you're just in an elevator going straight down, straight up. So the back toe, you're on the tippy toe of your back foot the entire time. And you're really pushing into that front heel. So we're gonna do just another 5 like that. Inhale, coming down, exhale, push. Good, whatever direction your front toe is pointed in, and it doesn't matter, whatever direction, that's the way you want your knee to go. Good, try to keep that chin tucked in. 1 more. And then just switch legs. So the other leg crosses behind. So you're not standing on a tightrope. The back leg is right off to the side. Good, inhale straight down. So it's tempting to lean forward. We really want to actually lean back, but still keep the body weight in the front heel. So the alignment is really important so that the resistance goes into the muscle, the glute. So it's light on the back leg. Last 5, straight down as low as you feel strong enough to go. If you have the dumbbell or the extra weight and you're not able to get very low, better to try and focus on getting that range of motion. So 1 more here, coming all the way up. Okay, you can set the dumbbell down or continue it for the wide lunges. So without the weight, I'll just show you feet go wide. And then see if you can turn so that all 10 toes are pointing straight ahead towards your screen. We're gonna have, if you're holding a weight, it's at the chest again with the elbows up. And we're gonna bend just 1 knee as deeply as you can until you feel a stretch on the inner thigh of the straight leg, and then push into the heel to come up. See if you can keep your elbows pointing straight ahead. So your back stays straight, coming down low. Really stick your butt back. Stick it out, go low. So now you are hinging at the hip. kind of folding at the hip, coming forward, but your elbows stay up to keep the back flat, to keep the shoulder blades together. Good, I'm watching some of you with dumbbells and I want mine. Another 5, 4, good, 3, really sit into that stretch, loading that outside heel, 2, 1, up and over, keep breathing because we're gonna go right into the other side, keeping that heart rate up as well, 10. Good, so the straight leg is very active also. So you're squeezing the quad, drawing the kneecap up towards the hip joint, pushing to the heel. Chin stays kind of in close towards the neck. You can feel how it wants to come forward, especially as the muscles tighten in the back of the neck when you're coming down. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, next one, Bulgarian split squats. Just sounds dangerous, doesn't it? With or without your dumbbell. So this is for first exercise, we're going to use the chair or whatever piece of furniture that you have that's got that low seat on it. So one foot disappears behind you on the chair. And then stay as tall as you can, just like before. And actually hop your foot out a little bit further than you think. Yeah, move this a little bit further out. So a little bit further than you think, we're going to come straight down with very minimal body weight on the chair. So try to stay heavy on the leg. If you need to, you can have a hand on something to help you balance. So coming down, coming up, and then just be really mindful of the shape of your back. So the belly button pulls in here. We are working butts and guts. Don't forget, so it's not just butts and then guts. It's butts and guts. So weight is on the heel, coming up a little bit extra strong. 3, 2, almost like you're jumping, lots of power. 1, and then switching sides as quickly as you can. You're just resting the toes. You're just resting the ball of the foot back there. Getting a nice stretch on the back of your foot. Coming down, coming up. You could do this whole workout in your bare feet. Unless you're using very heavy weights. And then you might need the extra stability for the arch of your foot. But even then, you could do this whole thing with Birkenstocks. That would be really the only extra amount of support that you would need for this, because we're not jumping and kicking and all the rest of it. So nice and low, come up strong, last 5, 4, make sure you're pushing into that front heel. And you're leaning back, but you're leaning back into the front heel. You're not leaning back into the chair. 2, 1, awesome. Okay, from the beginning. And the beginning is going to be curtsy squats. So second set, if you have a weight there looking at you, woo, Marlene is doing a woo. If you have a weight there looking at you, pick it up. Don't leave it lonely. There's a national crisis of dumbbells getting dusty in this country right now. So we have to put a stop to that. Okay, curtsy squats. So one leg crosses behind. We're only going to do 10. And the deal is if you poop out before 10, just drop the dumbbell and keep going. And if you're not using a dumbbell, try to take as much body weight as you can off the back leg. And I know you can. You're really trying to challenge. These muscles are so strong. They're designed for this. They woke up waiting for this. So we got to make it do the work. Just because it feels like we don't want to actually has nothing to do with what the glutes want. They want to be strong. They want to be worked hard. They are horse muscles back in there. One more. Oh, okay, other side. Good. Straight away, cross the leg. So again, keep in mind, you want the front knee to be able to track in the direction of the front leg, and we're staying on the same leg. So the feet are not moving at all. You're just bending the knees straight down and straight up. So staying on the same leg actually makes it harder because it doesn't get a break. No breaks. One more. And then we're going to do our wide lateral lunges. Okay, if your arms can still hold the weight, take the feet wide, pick a side, bend one knee down low, push in, come up. So out, stick it back, and then bring it forward. You're really pushing the hips all the way forward at the top, And we keep going down into the same leg every time. 5, 4, try to come up quick and strong. Belly button pulls in to support your low back. 2, 1, right over into the other side. Down, up for 10. Good, as you're going across, nice and low. So the further back you stick your butt, the more flat you try to keep the back, shoulders roll back. Last 4, 3, 2, 1 more coming up. Okay, Bulgarian split squats with the chair. Oh my God. Try to say that 5 times fast. I'm not gonna. That was enough for me right there. 1 foot on the chair. Okay, so here's the deal. If you are using an extra dumbbell, whatever foot is on the chair, that's the arm that has the dumbbell. And that'll just help to keep you balanced as we go. And there's also more space there for the dumbbell to hang. So the reason we're just using 1 is because it targets more the oblique abs when the weight is just on one side. And that's because the body is trying to stay upright, try to keep a balance so that it doesn't tip over, and those are your oblique abs helping with that. Last 3. 2, really load that heel. 1 more. Okay, other side, now we're gonna take a little break. You can do this, don't stop now. We can do hard things. We can push through. Good, keeping our mind strong as well as the body. Just 10 of these guys. Good, stay with your breath. Start to appreciate how good every inhale feels when you really need one. Last 5, 4, 3, I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it? 1 more. Okay, quick little break here. You can even set your dumbbell down, shake it out. Oh my gosh, Marlene's using a 10-pound kettlebell. Amazing. There's quite a bit of action going on here. How's everybody feeling on Zoom?
Yeah.
Okay. You can also say you're feeling terrible, and then you just have to say it with a smile, and that's okay too. Feeling terrible, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move on. But first we're gonna do 1 more set of all of those, so less than before. The 3rd set really cooks it, and there's a lot of meat there, if you know what I mean. So we want to make sure that we cook it to the core, especially for any of you that don't like raw meat. So here we go. Back to curtsy squats. Okay. If you're not using weight this time, I'm going to challenge you to lift your back leg. You could do that anyhow. We're only going to do 5 on each side. This is like no big deal. So you're coming down. Maybe you're lifting the back foot off the floor. 4, 3. See how fast this is going to go? 2, 1. Okay, other side. Crossed. Get nice and low. Kick into the heel. 5. Just make them a little deeper than ever before. 3, 2, 1, and then the wide lateral lunges, only 5 on each side, piece of cake, come across, go up for 5, 4, deeper than ever, down, abs tighter, stronger, 2, 1 more, up and over, good, 10, oh, only 5, won't let me do that. You know, my counting can be a little funny sometimes, just a little bit. Okay, split squats, just call them split squats now. So 1 foot on, 1 foot back. Oh, Susan Berdizzi's ordered dumbbells. All right, okay, that's good to know. So here we go, it's only 5. Come up strong, lots of power. 4, 3, 2, 1, good, switch legs, breathe. Get ready for a strong finish. Here we go. 5, 4. Are you still with me? Okay. 2, 1 more. Oh, yes. Very nice. Okay. So, okay, if you have your dumbbell, keep it close by. We're going to go down on the floor. So, a mat is a good idea. We're gonna do a set of hip lifts here. If you don't have a dumbbell, this is perfectly fine. Just gonna make sure we've got good angles here. So yeah, you can see the chair and the mat, all that's good. So from on your back, and you can just enjoy a moment on your back too. Feels so good. So if you're not using the dumbbell, regardless, it's heels, knees bent about 90 degrees. That's important because you see basically what we're doing is a lying down squat. What could be better than doing squats from on your back? But they are challenging. So we roll up as high as we can, and then we come down. Here's what's important though. If you tend to have like a big curve in your low back, if you tend to get pinching in your low back, if you have low back issues, when you roll up, you want to really tuck your tailbone under. Two benefits there. One, then you won't get pinching in your lower back and your discs will say thank you. And the other thing is it will engage more of the ab muscles, which also we're trying to target today anyhow. So, and always, really. So if you're not using any resistance on your lat, grab the cat. Just even a few extra pounds is good. Otherwise, you're gonna set your dumbbell on your hips, keep your hands pushing it as low as you can, and then we're gonna lift. Okay, so if you've already started, keep going, don't stop. If you haven't started, it's time to start. And then try to really bring your attention to the butt squeeze at the top. So it's important that you're going as high as you can. It's not just like a little lift of the hips, like you're gonna slide a pillow under your bum. No, you're trying to get your hip bones to hit the ceiling every single time you lift. And there's a huge difference there between just a little hip lift and then a full hip extension where you can't even get any higher at the top. Okay, we're going another 10 here. 9, because the burning and the effectiveness go hand in hand. So just because you're really feeling it doesn't mean it's time to stop. Okay, we're going to do another 5 here. 5, 4, 3, 2. At the top of this last one, hold here. Hold at the top. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your butt, squeeze your butt. Relax your shoulders, a little higher hips. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your hips all the way down. Okay. And then just be careful, depending on how heavy, whatever it was you had on your lap, when you're coming up, that you don't twist your back. So those are the hip raises. We're going to come back to that. But before we do that, stay on your back, stay here. Easy transition to our crunches. So we'll try to move some blood flow from the legs into the core. So with your hands behind your head, we're going to roll up, touch one elbow to the opposite knee, come back down and then switch. So a really easy basic rotation, but see if you can maximize the twist. So you're going to exhale until there's nothing left to exhale when you come up and over. Really twist. And if you're not sure, stay a little longer. See if you can twist a little bit further. Going fast actually misses a lot of the muscle contraction. So on this one, you can even slow it down just long enough to get a little higher. And you'll know right away that you're working twice as hard. One more on each side here. Okay, hold this last one. Hold on one side. Take your other leg, bring it to the floor, and then bring it to the chair for 10. Tap down, tap up. Try not to lose contact with your elbow to your knee. 8, 7, 6. The fun should be starting really quick on this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Oh my God. Please tell me you felt that. Other side. Okay, so we go up and over. Elbow to your knee. Okay, I can't see you now. I have to just trust you. Don't give up. Last 10, 9. Heel tap the chair, heel tap the floor. 7, 6. Keep squeezing. Lift your shoulders higher. Higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Awesome. Okay, all of a sudden, did you notice your legs are not burning anymore? Isn't that total magic? Wow, awesome. That means we're ready for another set of hip lifts. So if you have your cat nearby, just place it in your lap. Or your dog, or what was it that Lou posted on Facebook? She's got a 10-kilogram bag of flour that she's going to use for the sandbag workout. I think that's awesome. Definitely going to need pictures of that. Okay, so we're lifting the hips even higher than last time, and then back to the floor. So you're pushing the back of your feet down into the chair, and then when you get to the very top of the hip lift, you do a big squeeze. This is another alternative way to really help strengthen your glutes and your hamstrings with no pressure on your lower back. So, I mean, squats and deadlifts, I would say, are the ultimate leg shaping exercise, which we'll get to. We've done lots of squats and lunges already. We're going to do some deadlifts in a moment. But this is the next best exercise that you could do if you have a tweaky low back that you need to take care of. So keep that in mind. We're going to do 5 more here, as high as you can. 4, really squeeze at the top. Remember, you're trying to get as high as you possibly can every single time. Last 2. 1 more. Okay, hold at the top, and then go a little bit higher than before and squeeze your butt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come all the way down. Oh, jeez. Okay, there's no lack of feeling it from over here. So now we've got 10 alternating crunches, and then the alternating, you can do this is no problem, okay? This will be the last time also, so don't forget to enjoy it. 9, 8, big exhale. As you exhale, try to feel your belly button dropping into the floor, right into the spine. 4, 3, really big twist, keeping the legs and the knees apart. Good, last one here, hold. Try to get contact, and then touch the foot to the floor for 10, 9, 8, you touch the floor, you touch the chair. 6, 5, 4, I'm laughing because it's so hard this time. 3, 2, 1, oh my God, okay, other side. Up and over, down and up, 10, 9. If you came here for me to make it look easy, that's not happening. Sorry. You're going to have to try a new Facebook Live channel. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Okay, come all the way up. Try to forget immediately that happened. And 2 options for the deadlift. This is going to be the last time that we're up on our feet. So, and just give yourself a second to get back up, especially if you feel a little bit lightheaded from all of that. This is well worth coming back up on your feet for, though. So this is the deadlift. If you're not using any weights today at all, that's perfectly fine. What you're going to do is come down into this position where you're finding balance. Also, if your balance isn't to be found today, because sometimes that happens, you've got your chair, okay? So use what you need to. Do as much as you can with your body and then use the chair as needed. But anyways, if you're not using any weights, you're going to try to keep the heel at the height of your head, and you're going to come down bending the knee, try to get your ribs on your thigh, and then come back up to a straight leg. So it's bend, weight stays in the heel, so the knee stays happy, and I'm falling over, but you get the idea. If you're using the dumbbell, it's the exact same thing. It's actually easier to balance. It's just harder to do because there's more weight to lift. But you come forward, and then you lift. Okay, so whatever you choose, whatever you pick is going to be perfect. So we're going to just try another 5 on this same leg here. So the main difference if you're not using weight is that your upper body doesn't come up. You're only bending and straightening the knee. It's a little bit of a different technique. If you're holding the weight, you want to extend a bit more at the top. Okay, other side for 10. You should be feeling this like 100% in the back of that standing leg. Okay. If not, let me know because we need to fix it. Good. So another way of putting this too, if you're not using any weight, there's a whole lot more of bending from the knee. And if you are using weight, You're kicking more into the heel and extending more from the hip. Okay, last 3, 2, and then 1. Excellent. Okay, coming down to a plank position, so you can shake out the legs. And from plank, we're going to do our side toe taps. You could be on your hands or you could be on your forearms for this. I'm going to come down onto the forearms. Find your plank with your back flat, not with your hips in the air. And then you're going to tighten up the tummy so there's no twisting in the hips. Toe tap to one side, toe tap to the other side. So as you do this, try to make sure that you're not wiggling your tailbone. So you're just really holding it in tight with those lower ab muscles. And we're going to do another 15, 14, 13, 12. Good. Keep going. So you're keeping a nice strong line pillar from the crown of your head, belly button, and tailbone. Only the leg is moving. Abs are holding tight. And the magic happens when you lift that one foot. Those deep internal lower abs, lower oblique abs really grip tight and get toned and strong and sexy. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Quick little stretch here. And lifting the arms over the head helps to bring some of the blood flow back down. Second and final set of deadlift. And then I can tell you we're down on the mat for the rest, which is only a tiny little bit more. So whatever, if you do a quick inventory of your energy, whatever you've got left, just bring it right into those glutes and abs for the last few minutes here. Okay, ready? Here we go. So you're deciding weights, no weights. We're gonna do 10 on each leg. No third set of these ones today. So give it a good go. Don't hold back. Good, and if you are not using the weight, then you are just holding the heel at the height of the back of your head, bending the knee down and up. Basically, you're keeping your whole body flat like a tabletop that's just going down and up. Good, if you do have the weight, coming forward a bit further, coming up a bit higher, switching legs. Here we go. Other side. So 10 at your own pace, or as many as you want. I mean, really, like from here, what am I gonna do, right? If you wanna do more than 10, I'm not gonna stop you. I'll just be honest. Less than 10 is not an option, of course. But you had me at hello. So it's just nice to know we're not alone doing this. I mean, a couple things that are just no fun to do by yourself. Drinking and sweating. You want other people around for those things. It's just so much better. Okay, here we go. Back to plank. It's only 10 on each side. There we go. So hands or forearms. Then we toe tap right, left. 3, 4, 5. So we're halfway already. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Coming all the way down. Turn over on your back. We're going to do a set of 4-part ab crunches. This is really like no solid ab work is complete without 4-part ab crunches, in my opinion. And just as a refresher, it's called the 4-part ab crunches because you do it in 4 parts. And I know it sounds really silly to say that, but it's really tempting when you get tired to just go like, all in one go. But it's very strategic. So the palms are up. The chin is down on the neck. The more chins, the better. Like for this anyways, okay? You roll up as if your nose was gonna go towards your belly button. That's part 1. Squeeze the ankles and inner thighs together. Lift your legs part way up. That's 2. Legs go down. 3. Head goes back. 4. 4-part ab crunches, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna do 10 like this. I'm gonna use my fingers to count while we're talking. Keep an eye on your legs. The leg that's stronger, the hip flexor that's stronger, that leg is gonna wanna come up first. That's why we really need to squeeze the inner thighs together. And we're also teaching the body to work all in one piece, like a team. And when the body works like a team, we get way more done, we're way more efficient, and there's less injuries to the individual team members. So it's just a beautiful thing all the way around, but it takes a little bit more mental focus to make everything go just so. So really focus on squeezing the feet together. One more here, head lift, legs lower, head back, and then take a nice big full body stretch. And then bring the knees in. Keep in mind if you're feeling that a little bit too much in your low back, or even at all, to do it with the knees bent is a great option, or you can support with your head. And I'm just mentioning that because there will be a second set. Yes, there will. Okay. Back around for plank. This is a side plank with a twist and the leg lift. So side plank can be full extension. So this would be side plank. The twist is reaching under. And then the leg lift is the top. But here's the thing. If you bend that bottom knee, makes it a little bit easier. You're still working all the same muscles. Good, makes it easier to balance. But if you don't need to make it easier, then you don't, like, it's just one of those things you should do if you can't do it from full, for whatever reason for today. So try from full, and then at any point if you need to bend that bottom, you go for it, so that you can keep going. So that's the idea of modifications, so that modifications are just always there so that you can still get all of the benefits that you need without, you know, upsetting whatever it is that you've got going on. And sometimes it's just like a phase one thing to take the modification, which is so good. One more here, oh, and then switch. Okay, other side. So you're on your forearm. Everything else is the same. Try from straight legs if you can. Make sure you're pushing the hips forward, leaning the upper body back. Start with the twist, and then add the leg lift. So your style, your version, and you're still working the exact same muscles if you bend that bottom knee, which is good. Just takes a little bit of the load off, a little bit of the, makes the balance a little bit easier. Okay, with the twist, I want you to make sure you're twisting as much as you can. Try not to let the hip roll forward. It's just the chest. It's like your chest and your arm are trying to see behind you, but your hips are not moving. One more here. Okay, and we're back down. 4-part ab crunches. This is the ab part. Are you noticing that? This is the part where you want to feel it in your abs. Okay, if you haven't noticed that yet, good for you that you're not even really feeling it. Okay, so it's now head lift, legs lower, head lower. Let's talk about the breathing for a second. So when things are coming up off the ground, we're going to exhale, exhale. And when the legs and the head go back down, we're inhaling, if possible. If that just isn't making any sense, most important thing is don't hold your breath, keep breathing. But those are just thoughts to make everything go even a little bit more smoothly. Good, and again, you could have the knees bent. You could have your hands supporting behind. This would be modified. And a great option if you're feeling anything other than heavy in your low back. You want to bend the knees to take some load off there until things get stronger or looser or whatever it is that's going on for you. One more here, grand finale. Last 4-part ab crunch of the morning. Oh, good, and then bring the knees in for a little hug. Massage the lower back. We've got one more set of the plank twist. Okay, we can do this together. It's just 10 on each side, and then we're gonna stretch. So here we go. This is it. This is it. Okay, so we are sideways, and then we twist first, big twist. And then lift the top leg. There's one and done. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you feel how ripped you're getting? Oh man, 8. 9, not to mention that spine, so strong. There's 10, ta-da! Okay, she's cooked on one side. Flip her over, gonna do the other side. All right, home stretch. We can see the finish line. Start with a twist, and then lift. Good, try to feel every move like a dance. Oh, good, you're keeping that head back. You have to keep pushing forward the whole time. Good, reach under, and up, under, and up. Good, let's do last 3, 2, 1 more, leg lift, excellent. Relax on your back for a second. We're gonna start with a figure 4 glute stretch to loosen up through the butt muscles. So that's where you're on your back. This is a good variation also for good option. So you're on your back, you cross one knee over the opposite leg, and then you pull it in like that. So the other option, you have your chair. If you would prefer, you could be in your chair. You can cross the leg over the knee, and then you reach forward into that stretch. So that's also a good option. And then the other side, when you're ready. Whatever leg you're holding on to pull it up towards your chest, that's the side you want to lean a little bit more. So yeah, just keep it a little bit more. And then the other one that we're going to do for the glutes, and I'll just open across the legs. This is how you like cross the legs. So tight, okay? And then you're going to and pull the feet apart.
Oh,
chair.
I told that.
Forward.
Like this.
Okay. So again.
Really? Yeah, it's just pulling it over.
You might need to do a little bit.
Really?
No, just until you feel the stretch.
And then the abdominals.
Not doing that.
For that particular.
And then put that over top.
So right here, I'm just gonna.
Can you get it over your knee?
No, no. I feel something.
Okay, so from on your front, you're gonna have, from on your knees, you're gonna have your forearms on the chair, and then with your knees just about hip width apart, you're gonna lift the chest. So we're trying to get that stretch through the upper part of the abdominals. You could get this same stretch on your back over a Swiss ball or a stability ball also. So lifting the chest. Good, make sure you're feeling that in the abdominals. So you're trying to push the arms into the chair and then lift the ribs. Good, and then from sideways, if you come onto one knee, this will be our last stretch. Extend one leg out, you're just supporting on one hand, the other arm goes up and pulls behind you. So it's the inhales here that open up through the ribs, give you a nice big stretch through the abs. And then really try to kick out through the heel of the extended leg as much as you're reaching the top arm over your head, and then we'll switch. Same exact thing on the other side. So one hand down, one hand up, and then reach over. Good, so then it's try to rotate the chest a little bit more towards the ceiling. And then add the depth of the inhale gives you that, as the intercostals are getting a stretch, you get a little bit of a bigger stretch through the abdominals as well as the oblique abs. Good. And then relax the arm all the way back down. Butts and guts are in the bag on a Saturday morning. Good work, everybody. I've got a funny comment I have to read you here. Thank you, Susan. Susan says,
Thank you, Sarah.
In flattening the curve of my gut. That's so cute. Have a great morning. I posted the workouts for next week if you're interested in joining me. And again, Monday and Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, and next Saturday will also be your Facebook Live classes. If you want to catch that or invite anyone to join us. And then if you want more, the other classes are on Zoom. And you can let me know if you want the links to that. And we'll go from there. I'm gonna try
There's a friend for you, Sarah.
inspired by Karen.
Look at that pug. Oh.
The sheet is the TRX. So
Thank you, Sarah. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming. You're amazing. Good work. Yeah, if you want, we'll do a quick little instructional video on how to hook that bed sheet to the wall, which is really the door, so you don't have to ruin anything in the house to have the workout. Other things, sandbag workout. You can do the whole thing with a backpack with books in it. If you have
What about a bag of salt?
right? What's that? A bag of what?
Like a bag of salt for the driveway.
A bag of salt would be amazing. You just want it to have something over it so it doesn't open when we're dragging it around.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm glad that you find this to be generous, Marlene. I'm just so glad you're here. Honestly, it makes my day that we all do this. So it feels like it's a good thing, like a synchronistic thing.
Too. Enjoy your Saturday.
Yeah, happy Saturday. I mean, enjoy a day off, you know? Just
Day off.
today. And I love you all. I'll see you soon.
See you.